Patrick Brady earned 10 varsity letters at St. Andrews High School, where he played 4 years of football and baseball and 2 years of basketball. Brady played on the Bulldogs' undefeated football teams in 1947, 48, and 49 that won 3 Class C state championships. He tallied 32 career touchdowns and rolled up 223 career points as a lightning-fast running back, and earned high school All-American honors his senior year.
I was a senior when Pat was a sophomore, so I played on one of the 3 state championship teams that he helped win. I was a co-captain in my senior year with Jim McColgan. So Pat was a contributor right from the get-go. I mean, he wasn't just one of the teams. He was it, you know, he was the guy.
When you talk about St. Andrews football, the Bradys are named, Al and Pat.
On the basketball court, he helped St. Andrews to the state quarterfinals during the 1947-48 season.
Oh, he was fast. He was extremely fast. And I don't know, St. Andrews was lucky because they had a lot of good backs. You know, Al Luplo was one of them. Al was a great back. I remember watching him. And Sid was a good quarterback. Bradys were well known as good athletes too.
Brady received full scholarship offers in football from Notre Dame, Michigan State, South Carolina, and Arizona State. Brady would play freshman football for Coach Dan Devine at Michigan State before serving in the United States Navy from 1951 to 55. He played football at the U.S. Naval Station in Rhode Island in 1952, and he was player-manager on the Navy Seabees baseball team at the Guantanamo Bay, Cuba Naval Base in 1953. Brady would go on to play both football and baseball at Alma College from 1956 to 58 and was team MVP in football in 1957. That same year, he was named All-MIAA when he compiled a .346 batting average and helped lead Alma to 3 MIAA baseball titles.
Pat was a good baseball player too, all around good athlete.
While in college, he was the school's assistant junior varsity basketball coach.
He coached the JV basketball, and he was a student.
Also in 1957, playing for Strand Barbecue in Saginaw's City Baseball Federation, he batted .460 and earned Class A All-Star honors from the American Amateur Baseball Congress.
On his wedding night, he stopped in Boyne City, where my parents lived. I was home. He stopped in to say hello. My dad said to Pat, "Why don't you stay the night?" And I thought Maureen was going to faint. And Pat says, "Well, sure, we'd like to." So that's where he spent his wedding night.
Pat Brady would spend 30 years in secondary education as a teacher, assistant principal, and coach of football, baseball, and golf, and as an athletic director.
Pat was the varsity baseball coach for some time at Handy, assistant football coach for some time. Then, of course, you get into administration, they take away your coaching because of the time. So he moved from, in fact, late in his career, they brought him back at Bay City Central. Somebody got sick, and he finished out his career there.
Retiring from the Bay City Public Schools in 1993.
And Pat's a good Christian. He's an unordained deacon in his church, which is Emmanuel Catholic. Pat's married to Maureen, who is a businesswoman in the UP. He commutes to St. Ignace once a week to be with her. That's tough, but he loves it. Pat has 7 children, 30 grandchildren. He has 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws and 7 fine son-in-laws. They tell me I'm their favorite uncle, but I think they tell that to all of brothers.
He barely misses a grandkids athletic contest up there in Boyne City now. His daughters are up there, his family's almost all up there now. And none of them are named Brady. So it's hard to keep track of them unless you know the married names. But he's there. He called the other day, he's at a tennis match in East Jordan.
Pat Brady is one of the founding members of the Saginaw County Sports Hall of Fame.
And if you ask him to do anything for the Saginaw County Sports Hall of Fame, where's Pat Brady? Right there at the front.
No, I love the guy, and I'll tell you, I'm proud to say that Pat Brady is my brother.